So welcome everybody. Today I have the honor to have a guest like Gabriel Thomas with me, the owner of First Time Parent, and also a father, a teacher, and on top of that, an author. That all sounds so interesting. So, first of all, welcome Gabriel.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for this wonderful introduction. I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's all right. So this all sounds. You seem like a guy who's doing multiple things. So it would be great to know a little bit more about your background. How did we all started basically?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gabriel Thomas Spartan. I am, as you mentioned, I am a husband, a father to a 21-month-old little girl. Her name is Charlotte. I've written 10 books in 3 different categories in the past 20 months. At the same time, I have a newsletter and 2 YouTube channels. Of course, I am the owner of First Time Parent, where I teach not only first-time parents how to raise happy, healthy, and self-sufficient children without stress, but also working with those who are co-parenting. And the thing is, being a teacher, it ties it all together. Now, if there is one thing out of place or one thing missing from this entire list of things that I just told you about, my company would never work. I have to be a full-time teacher every day. I have to be a full-time father, a full-time family man, a full-time writer, and so on and so forth. Now you're thinking, when do I sleep? Is that a question that you might ask? Would that be a follow-up?
Yes.
I would ask you, what is sleep? As you can see, it's been a while since I've the goal is not to sleep when you're following your dreams. If you put yourself in my shoes, you would understand that being a father is a full-time job, being a husband is a full-time job, being a businessman who's working with 2 different types of family dynamics is a full-time job, and they all work so beautifully together and they're so interwoven that honestly, I forget that it's lunchtime or breakfast sometimes. I forget that I have to sleep and stuff like that, because my passion drives me to help humanity to the best of my ability as much as I can on a daily basis.
This is great. This sense of purpose, when you have a purpose, you don't really care about the time or anything. You just want to do certain things. You just want to follow your plan. And
there
that
is
is it.
7 billion people on this planet. And if I can't reach all of them, I am going to do the best that I can that I do. And if I leave this earth, I'm going to make sure that this planet is left in the best shape that it can possibly be, and the future is intact and it's in great hands. So that's my goal. As an entrepreneur, I think I got it wrong. I was supposed to, I guess, look for my pockets to get richer, and I should invest in real estate and stuff like that. But instead, I'm trying to help humanity. And I think there is no better cause for an entrepreneur. And that's what gives me joy. That's what brings me happiness. That's what completes my life.
Yeah, that's great. So when you look back at the whole journey, would you say that you would do something differently in that way?
If there was one little thing that was different, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. With all the trials, all the tribulations, all the failures and failures upon failures, which were life lessons. I am here with you because those failures were life lessons. All I had to do was just get up and try it one more time. And so that's what I did. And when you go to my website, and I will do a little shameless plug here, if you will. My website is called firsttimemomdad.com. Firsttimemomdad.com. If you go there, then you will find First Time Parent, and you will see what I'm working, what I'm doing for those who are co-parenting as well. You will see my social media and such. Um, Life is pretty busy, and
Mm.
if it wasn't, then I'm not doing my job. I'm not serving my purpose on this
Yeah,
planet as
exactly.
a human being. So um, maybe I forgot your question. If we could go back
No,
to
you answered the question. You said
did I?
we wouldn't change anything because if
No,
you,
no, I wouldn't. If I did, then I wouldn't be here with you today. And I'm
yeah,
proud to be here with you. And thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I appreciate that.
us too, we feel so much honored to have people like you, having that sense of purpose and trying out obviously every single day until it's done. And when it's done, we go to the next target. This is really inspiring for not only for me personally, but for everybody watching this 100%. So, when we are getting into more detail about the business side, yeah? And business is obviously a big part of business is sales. So, what was your first ever sale like?
As an entrepreneur, I think, again, I'm going to say this, and maybe I'm offending people, but I will say it anyway. We always look for our first sale.
Hmm.
When you go from the perspective that I've tried to go from as an entrepreneur, but more as a coach,
Yeah.
to me, a sale is nothing if I didn't help that person. I would gladly return that money knowing that I didn't help this person, and I wouldn't even count it as a sale. Because what good is their money for me when I look in the mirror knowing that I didn't help that person who needed my help, and instead I charged them for what they didn't deserve to be charged? And yet here I am taking that money to the bank.
Yeah.
So I went from a completely different perspective. The thing is, being a businessman exposes your character. The person that you truly are, that comes out. And if you're looking into the first sale, then you're not really looking with this expanded horizon sort of a perspective. You've narrowed your vision to this one sale, and you will do whatever it takes to sell. But
Yeah.
in my field, I'm teaching. I'm working with parents. I'm working with a field that no one cares about, which is co-parenting. And I say no one cares about is, when was the last time anyone did even mention that? Right?
Yeah.
So if
100%.
I don't do my job, my goal is to reach people, not to think of the first sale. And I'm telling you, if even for 1 minute, and this was my goal as a teacher, I want to take you back.
Yeah.
My oath was this: when I become a teacher, and if there is one day that I open my eyes and I don't feel like going to school to teach, I will resign that day and I will never step foot inside of the classroom.
That's really interesting.
My passion was that strong for my field. That strength, that passion, it evolved through the years. I mean, it took 19 years for me to realize my dream of becoming a teacher, 20 years to teach, to live that dream for real. As a teacher of 5 subjects in 2 different countries, from K through 12, college and university, and beyond that. So to be all of those things and to have that passion, it was just an evolution of my teaching into coaching. I have been a coach before for multiple years, but a first-time parent coach, a co-parenting coach. I don't call myself an entrepreneur. I don't think of the first sale or the next sale. It's the next family.
Yeah.
For me, the responsibility on my shoulders is a whole lot more than a car salesman than an entrepreneur who is coming from Silicon Valley who's developed some program. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. What I'm saying is, for me, this is about family. And I need to care for those people. See, here's the thing. This is what I do.
Yeah.
You and I spoke, I think, a few days ago, right? For just a few minutes. And what I told
Correct.
you was that I don't force myself on people. I'm not running a parking lot full of cars. That's a whole different genre. It's a whole different profession. I don't deal like that, right? For me, it's not a deal. It's not a sale. What I did was I did my market research. Through a lot of failures, you learn, because in school you never learn. I told you about market research, about business, entrepreneurship, and the hardships and all this other stuff. The market research, through that, what I found was that I can't tell you what you need. I need to build a product that you need and you want to come to me for help, for improvement, the evolutionary process, going from one step to the next. But I will never force myself onto you and tell you you need me. I'm asking you, what do you need? How can I help you? As opposed to me going, you need to be inundated with information that I have for 100 hours and then pay me this much money. What good is that? Right? But if you come to me knowing that you need my help and that I have the tools for success for your family, that makes it worth that much more. It makes it more valuable. It makes it priceless. So when you come to me and then I listen to you, because my company it's not coach driven. It's client driven. I ask you questions, you give me answers, and I will get the best out of you. I'm not forcing you, but inviting you. And eventually, through that process, if I've earned my money, then I'm happy for it. But I see entrepreneurship from a whole different perspective. I hope that answers your question. It's that family.
It's interesting because not many people would say that. Many people would jump straight into that and would say probably something like, okay, my first sale was about this, in this niche with this product to that kind of audience, and that's it. But the way you answer it shows a deeper side, a deeper perspective of looking at entrepreneurship or sales and all those sections basically. So I'm sure we would have a better world if everybody was looking at sales and business the way you just described it, because many
First
people
of all,
said,
I am honored to hear your amazing words describing what I just talked to you about. But I have to tell you that as a father, as a husband, as a teacher, as a businessman, I am satisfied with my life. I'm not a child who needs material things to make me happy. That has never been the case. My dream was always, since age 4, was to become a teacher for all, not just for one grade, one subject, one classroom, for all. Right now, I'm teaching life skills, and let me tell you what that is. It's elementary school kids, okay? They have cognitive disabilities, there's autism, there's physical disabilities, all in the same classroom. And if you can teach 2 things in one day and you're successful, you've done your job. But it is the hardest job that I've picked because no one else would. No one else can. And I took that oath of helping people, to be there for people. I'm no different as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, than I am a teacher. I'm the same person. It's just that I'm helping older people with much deeper problems that they need a solution for. And again, I don't need material things to be an entrepreneur and say, I need to make the first sale or I can't buy my ivory tower.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
never the case. I've
Mm.
got an amazing Jeep. I've got an amazing wife. I've got an amazing daughter, and I can write and all this other stuff. And
Mm.
they're not gifts. And please don't get me wrong that when you go to my website and you see all this stuff and you're thinking, man, he's gifted. No, I have
Yeah.
failed until I succeeded to make that
Yeah.
website that I call a business. This was a
Yes.
fully 5-year journey.
Mm.
And if you can see entrepreneurship as a journey,
Mm-hmm.
as this beautiful journey, but it's shark infested journey, then chart your course carefully.
Yeah.
But trust me, you'll get bitten here and there. But let it be a learning experience to humble
Mm.
you and to not make you think that you need things. For me, with parents, they don't care if I drive a Bentley. They don't care
Mm.
if I wear a suit and tie.
Mm.
They have problems that they need answers for, and some of them like right away. They
Mm.
don't care about the appearance. They care about the words coming out of my mouth. They care
Mm.
that I have the expertise necessary. They care that I'm connected to the right people, such as the lawyer that I work with. She is her name is Ashley Burkett. She's a family lawyer. It
Mm.
took me 71 lawyers to find this one.
Fine. Mm.
I failed 70 times. So for all you entrepreneurs out there, just to find one person to work with that you trust and they believe in you and your dreams,
Mm.
to create that part of the co-parenting, which was a work in progress. When I found her, she just completed it for me, but it took months of hard work.
Mm. Yeah.
And so
It's always like this. So it's nothing you can do. It's just you accepting the process, and that everything that you want that's positive, that's good, has to have obviously the opposite, that's pain, suffering, and all that kind of stuff. So I see that you have multiple responsibilities in your schedule, right? So from those to juggle, for you to juggle all those responsibilities on a daily basis, how important do you think leadership is in yourself as a person?
you can't do the things that I do in a 24-hour period and not be a
Mhm.
leader.
Yeah.
You have to go to sleep believing that you are a leader. And you
Mhm.
have to, when you open your eyes, you don't think for a second. You just get up. You say your affirmations, like I do. I don't know if you guys know what affirmations are. These are promises that you keep to yourself and you keep repeating over and over and over
Mhm.
until these dreams come to fruition.
Exactly.
And you go about your day as you're brushing. Like, for example, I brushed my teeth, I'm saying my affirmations. I look in the mirror, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm still saying my affirmations. I'm walking to the kitchen, I'm still saying my affirmations.
Yeah.
It keeps me in check with my dreams and goals and objectives. Um, Only a leader would do that. Followers, as a follower, you go to work, you clock in, you clock out, and you do your job and you get paid. But as a leader, you're the first one in, you're the last one out. I mean, with my
Yeah.
family, my daughter's sleeping right now, my wife's there. Just before I was talking to you, I made dinner, barbecue chicken, cabbage, I made a cup of tea
Yeah.
and made sure that everybody's in the right places. I will be eating at probably 10:30 at night. It's 10 o'clock right now in Las Vegas. And then I go to work on my business, improving products. Right now, I'm
Yeah.
building 2 types of courses, one for first-time parents, one for those who are co-parenting. I'm
Yeah.
writing the scripts, I'm shooting the videos, editing, music, the whole thing. Yeah, it's a 2-month journey, but if I don't do it, who's going to?
Yeah.
But
It
again,
is
the
what it is.
last man
Yeah,
out. You have to be the last
exactly.
person to eat, the last person to do all of that other stuff because you have to
Mm,
take care of the world is on my shoulders, and I want it that way.
mm. Exactly. It's the people who choose to actually have that, and it's really inspiring to hear. And for myself personally, again, and the reason I'm doing it for the people to see such perspective, basically. So the next thing we've got, it's a little bit of a fun section.
By the
So
way, your questions are really, really amazing, and I'm enjoying this incredible
brilliant. I
podcast.
appreciate it. Great. So the last section is basically I will say something, a phrase or a word, and I want you to say back to me, to answer back to me, the first thing that comes to your mind. Does that make
Wow, you're
sense?
putting me on the spot. I like it.
Now, if there is something that you cannot just say one word and you need to elaborate, then feel free to do so, obviously.
I'll keep it simple if I have to.
Yeah. So
All right.
it's not all pressure to you, it's just a little bit. So, are you ready?
Sure, absolutely. Bring it
Pressure.
on. I'm into it. Let's go. I was looking forward to seeing you all day today, so here we are.
Let's go. So, first word is business.
Honesty,
Honest. Great. International sales.
timing,
Inspirational leader.
care,
Mhm. Like-minded team.
one,
Sales or marketing.
marketing,
So if you had only one, what would it be? Owner, father, teacher, or author?
oh, wow. Wow. I'd say everything that I am today, it's
Mhm.
because I chose to be a teacher that was age 4. And
Yeah.
everything that's happened to me since then, teacher. If I was anything else, I wouldn't be here talking to you today from
Mm,
the place that I am.
mm. Amazing. It's really interesting that it's something every time it's something that drives you somewhere, and then you get all the rewards, let's say, because it's your calling, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm,
It wasn't just, I think it wasn't a calling. It was something that I wanted to be based on what I saw in my grandmother, who was a teacher. She was the first in our family and she was the most respected. The qualities
mm,
that as I grew up, I realized I didn't want to be a teacher. It was the qualities that I wanted to inherit from her that
mm.
made people respect her. It
Yeah,
just so happened that she was a teacher and she was loved by all. And so when I became a teacher, well, things were different, decades later. But I'm still getting the respect that I deserve, and I still give respect before I earn it. And that's
yeah.
one thing we have to keep in mind. Respect is not given, it's earned. And
Mm,
so these qualities, as I grew up and I learned more and I taught more, I realized, no, I didn't want to be like my grandmother. These were the qualities that she embodied that I wanted for myself. And here we are.
exactly. And this was Gabriel Thomas, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you
This
so much.
is amazing. Honestly.
For can I say one thing to the entrepreneurs?
Yeah.
Can I leave them with one message?
Yeah, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, take this from me. As an entrepreneur, don't think about your first sale. Think about the positive difference that you will make in this world with the gift that you have been given,
Mm-hmm.
with the trials and tribulations that you've gone through that has taught you so much that you've gained knowledge for.
Mm-hmm.
Do one thing and do yourself this favor. Don't overcharge people for the services you provide. Like
Mhm.
with me, I'm giving 100 hours of free, high quality information
Yeah.
to anyone that needs my help through my website, firsttimemomdad.com.
Mm.
And then the services that apply to you, about which you will come to me for.
Mm.
Give first before you receive. Don't think of the one sale, the first sale. Think of the 7 billion people that you could benefit. And through
Mm.
that benefit, you will get rewarded for that accordingly. And
Yeah.
if you can think that way, then I wish you the best of luck in whatever it is that you're trying to do to make your life better.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.